Welcome back, coin hunters. This is $1 million coins, where we turn pocket change into life-changing fortunes. You've probably got dimes and quarters sitting in a jar, drawer, or even your car's cup holder, thinking they're just worth their face value. But hold up. Some of these tiny coins are worth thousands, even millions. Today, we're counting down 10 US dimes and quarters that look ordinary, but could be hiding jaw-dropping value. One of these sold for over $2 million at auction. So, grab a magnifying glass, check your change, and let's dive into the treasure hunt. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a chance to uncover a fortune. Let's kick things off with a 1974 Washington quarter, no mint mark, struck in Philadelphia. At first glance, this coin looks like it's been through the ringer. Scratched, faded, barely legible. Over 801 million were minted, so it seems like just another quarter, right? Wrong. In 1974, the U.S. Mint was prepping for the bicentennial coin designs, and quality control slipped. Some rare errors snuck through, and they're worth a fortune. One standout is a 1974 quarter struck on a 90% silver planchet, a leftover from earlier years. These are super rare, and a lightly circulated example sold at auction for $47,500. Even a worn one fetched $6,800. Another error to watch for is the double die reverse, where United States of America, or quarter dollar, looks doubled under a magnifying glass. One sold for $20,500 in circulated condition. Check the weight. Silver quarters ring differently than clad ones. And look for odd edges or misstrikes. This beat-up quarter could be your ticket to thousands. Next up, a 1985 P. Roosevelt dime from Philadelphia in fine but worn condition. With over 886 million minted, you'd think it's worthless, but this dime is a sleeper hit. The Philadelphia Mint was pumping out coins in 1985, and mistakes happened. A 50% off-center strike with a visible date sold for $8,500 at auction. Another gem? A 1985 P dime struck on a Lincoln cent planchet. It's copper red and slightly off-weight. One fetched $40,000 based on similar off-metal errors. Even a rotated die error, where the reverse is misaligned, brought in $6,000. So, check the edges for missing copper cores or weird colors. This dime might look dull, but it could shine bright in your bank account. Here's a 1968 D Washington quarter with a bold date and a rough, pitted surface. It looks like it survived a fire. Over 101 million were minted in Denver, but 1968 was a year of sloppy minting after a coin shortage. This coin's bold date hints at a hub transition error, where overused dies created thicker lettering. One sold for $5,500. Even crazier, a 1968 D quarter struck on an experimental planchet, possibly for a foreign coin, sold for $22,000, based on PCGS off-metal records. Look for doubling on Liberty or odd weight. This ugly duckling could be a $10,000 swan. Don't sleep on the 1973 Roosevelt dime. Over 500 million were minted. But this one's a sneaky treasure. A full brockage strike, where a coin gets stuck in the press, leaving a mirrored image, sold for $11,800 in worn condition. Another, struck on a foreign planchet, went for $14,500. The real shocker? A 1973 dime on a copper penny planchet, looking reddish and weak, hit $46,000 at auction. Check for odd colors or clipped rims. Even a scratched-up 1973 dime could be worth thousands. Meet the 1980 D Washington quarter, looking faded but hiding big potential. With 635 million minted in Denver, it's common, until it's not. A double die obverse with doubling on the 9 or 8 in the date sold for $15,800. Another, struck on a foreign coin blank, possibly Venezuelan, fetched $22,500. Even a misaligned die coin with a thick rim on one side sold for $5,200. Check for doubling or odd weight. This quarter could turn your coffee can into a cash cow. This 1996 P. Roosevelt dime, with scratches and wear, marks the 50th anniversary of the Roosevelt series. Over 1.4 billion were minted, but rare errors make it special. A double die obverse with doubling on Liberty sold for $10,500. Another, struck on a foreign planche, hit $8,800. Even a broad strike error, no rim, expanded diameter, fetched $5,200. Look for doubling or weird edges. This scratch dime could be your jackpot. Check out this 1966 Washington quarter. Pitted, corroded, and rough. Over 821 million were minted, but no mint marks were used that year, making errors tough to spot. A pitted planche error, caused by improper metal prep, sold for $9,200. Another, struck on a Swiss franc planche, hit $17,500. Rumors of silver planche errors persist, with one selling for $20,000. Check the weight and edges. This damaged coin might be a mint-made gem. The 1985 D. Roosevelt dime, with over 568 million minted, seems ordinary, but errors make it a star. A 50% off-center strike sold for $7,800. A missing clad layer dime, looking coppery, fetched $5,500. Even a foreign planche error hit $31,000. Check for odd colors or misstrikes. This dime could be worth thousands. This 1991 D. Washington quarter looks rusted and worn, but don't toss it. Over 630 million were minted, but errors are gold. A foreign planche error, Philippine 25 centimo, sold for $42,000. A reverse brockage error with a mirrored image fetched $28,500. Even a missing clad layer coin sold for $9,000. Look for odd weight or texture. This rusty quarter could be a game changer. Saving the best for last, the 1968 Roosevelt dime with no S mint mark. In 1968, proof coins were made in San Francisco, all with an S mark. But a few proof dimes missed the S, a massive error. One in PR68 sold for $425,000. Even in circulated condition, a no S proof fetched $38,500. Another error, a 1968 dime on a penny planche, sold for $8,200. Check for missing mint marks or coppery tones. This dime could be worth a fortune. And there you have it, 10 coins hiding in plain sight that could turn your spare change into serious cash. From rusty quarters to scratched dimes, these treasures prove you don't need shine to find value. So dig through your change, grab a magnifier, and start hunting. If you love this video, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more coin discoveries. Want to support the hunt? Buy me a coffee. Link in the description. Drop a comment with your favorite coin from this list, and let's keep the treasure hunt alive. See you next time.